Hey everybody, and welcome to another NTNA recap show, episode 6 on Kupa TV at Nail's Facebook page. That's such a mouthful to say every week.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm Elaine Watson, and as always, I am joined by Beth Livesay from Nails Magazine.
Hi everyone.
Welcome. I wanted to start today's show a little bit differently than we've been starting it, because for anybody who has not tuned in yet, you're probably wondering, what is this?
Why are these two talking?
What are they doing? And
yeah.
Does Elaine work for Nails now? Or does Beth
Does
work
I work
for
for
Kupa? So
Yeah.
for those of you who may not have tuned into previous episodes, Nails Magazine happens to host Nails Next Top Artist, which is this incredible competition. And Kupa TV, this side of the couch, is a sponsor of the competition, and so we thought it would be fun to use our weekly Facebook Live show to join up with Nails and do a recap every week of the competition. So, welcome if this is your first time. If not, well, if it is your first time, where have you been? But we're shared on several pages. I have it on mine, we have it on Kupa, we have it on Nails, so we're all over the place. As always, today we have a giveaway I want to mention. And again, it is our brush kit from Kupa. So Rachel will be in chat, and she's probably already linking how to sign up to win. It even does this little stand so your brushes stand up. So cool. And it comes in white, black, and red, so you get to choose. So when you go to join to win, you want to go to kupainc.com/pages/win. Enter only one time. Then make sure you like Nails page and Kupa TV's Facebook page and join in the chat. If you stay in the chat till the end of the show, you'll be entered in, and we'll pick a winner at the end of the show and send you that brush kit. For the rest of you, we always have everybody as a winner. We have a 25% off promo code NailsMag that you can use at kupainc.com until midnight Pacific time on Friday to purchase at our website. The only thing it doesn't include are our classes and our workbook and our parts and services. Everything else is fair game. So I've done my work.
Yes. The fun work.
Now we can get into fun.
Yeah.
So where to begin? I have us starting at a reminder of last week's challenge. Beth,
yes.
Do you want to?
Sure. So last week, the challenge was aptly named Heartbreaker because it was anti-Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
nail
on
art.
Valentine's Day.
Exactly.
That's great.
Sponsored by IBD. And so we said none of the typical Valentine's Day art. No cupids, no hearts. We wanted to see a love story gone wrong.
I love that.
Across 10 nail tips. I know. And for some, it was a literal heartbreaker. And for some, it was
literally
like, yeah. And for some, it was a love maker.
Yeah.
a heart filler.
I know.
Yeah, yeah.
It was great. So we had top 3 winners.
Yep.
And this week's top 3 winners were Ashton, Harlan, Haley Fortenberry, and Valerie Ducharme. Congratulations,
beautiful
ladies.
work. Yeah.
And well, our winner this past challenge, congratulations to Valerie Ducharme.
Second win.
Yay.
In a
I know,
row.
she's like racking them
on
up
fire.
now.
She's on
Valerie's love story gone wrong ended happily ever after, securing her a second win. And I'm really excited for her. I think you should do the first judge, because who was that?
Oh, it's me. I wanted to tell Valerie that I thought her nails were an imaginative story with beautiful work on a relevant topic, because it was about social media and narcissism, and how a lot of people fall in love with themselves because of the platform, and how that can end badly, which I think we all can imagine. There are a lot of details in her set. The sculpting was just so cool. It really did pop off the nail. Everything was cohesive. For me, it was love at first sight.
It was beautiful.
Yeah,
I liked her use of the artwork and how she made it out and put it on. It was really cute.
It's beautiful.
Okay, I want to make sure I say this last name right. Nancy, is it Hinojosa? Oh, I'm so happy I got it right. I'm learning my J's now that I've moved to California. She's from IBD, so she was the sponsored brand judge.
Yes.
And she said, very good work, loved the attention to detail, especially in the faces. Thanks so much for showing us your heartbreaker tale. That's a nice comment.
Yeah.
And then Jan,
Auntie Jan, said clever and well-told story, nice graphic and color palette. She really liked this set from Valerie. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was cute. I think you should give Yuko's.
Oh, Yuiko.
I said it wrong. Because she works with you at Nails.
Right, and I think
so it only makes sense.
And I think Yuiko will be here next week.
I know.
If we can.
We're working on it. We're gonna have three-stage chairs.
Yes. So Yuiko, who's our art director at Nails, said very interesting concept. Really makes you think about technology and the human demise. Great set with beautiful sculpting work and detailing, including spot-on portraits. I love how everything pops out and creates almost a mess, just like on social media. We've all seen social media can be a mess. The design really works for the theme. So yes.
She had a really good, that's a really good there's a lot of info there that I feel like you got to pay attention to these comments as a competitor because you can take away ideas and use it in your next.
And that's the point of showing the judges' comments, that everybody can kind of learn. And even if you're not Valerie, right, look at Valerie's comments and see what the judges are liking. Take that and run with it.
Kind of can start to know what their tastes are a little bit and
what
play
they're
off
looking
that.
for.
So Valerie's going to be receiving a gift package from IBD valued at over $500. I've seen these gift packages and they're actually well over $500.
Yeah, no, they're
huge.
big, they're huge. It's got a lot of cool stuff in it. If you're a nail tech who works, I mean, going to supply you for a long time. So yeah, congrats.
And Valerie's got 2 of those.
I know. She's got a lot of stuff now.
She's hoarding a lot of good stuff. So the following techs can breathe again because they're in the middle of this week's pack and are safe. So congratulations, Dana. And I'm going to give the comments this time.
Sure, go for it.
Because now that we're losing people, our show was really quick last week, so I've added some things. So Dana, great use of gel color for this captivating creation. The judges thought you told this dark story beautifully on camera, complete with technique tips, tricks, and design ideas. And that shows you that those videos are really important.
Totally important.
Don't like speed through your video or your step-by-steps just because you got the nails done.
Slow down when you're talking. Talk at a good pace.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Why don't you take Hemi?
Hemi, your interesting take on a common tale really showed off your sculpting skills and eye for color. The story, artwork, and video worked together to transport the judges. Remember she had like the fish with all the legs.
Oh,
it
yeah,
was like Little Mermaid gone wrong.
The opposite.
The foot fetish.
Instead of having the tail, it had the beautiful Barbie legs.
The Barbie legs, exactly.
So Jenna, the judges agree your detail work is exquisite. They found your piece aspirational and avant-garde, and the inspiration is clever and polarizing. But overall, the judges are on your side and are glad you explored the heart of the ocean. That was the interesting one with the octopus with the heart in the middle.
Sucking the life out of its mate.
That was intense. That was definitely not Valentine's.
Yeah, no, not at all. Yeah.
All right, so unfortunately, there always has to be a bottom group.
Yeah.
And the bottom 3 in alphabetical order were, and we're going to read this too, because I think take away the comments too. So Kostadina, your buildings really wowed the judges, as did the mechanics of the movable arm and glasses. The lone tip outside of the city seemed to not belong and could have been incorporated elsewhere. Watch the movement in your tutorial so that we can see your nail work straight on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you have to all of a sudden become a photographer, a videographer,
a film
editor,
exactly, a director,
and a nail tech.
a speaker. Yeah, I know. It's a demanding
stress
competition. I know. I completely feel for these women. I feel for all of you. Yeah.
And then we have Trish.
Trish, and this is so. It was such a hard week for me personally. I got to be honest. Like I love all of our competitors. I feel like we've already come so far.
I know.
And then so heartbreaking. So Trish did the Titanic, which I thought was great. The judges loved the embellishments. That ship was beautifully crystallized. The ship made out of the nail tips. We just thought it was created so well. But the tutorial for her just still felt a little too rushed. She talks fast and she talks well and beautifully, but just like a little bit too hurried. And I know she's trying to get in like all her details and everything she's doing, but it was just a little too rushed.
So maybe for our viewers, and I honestly don't know this, do they have a limited amount of time that they have to do the tutorial in on the video? We tell
them that the sweet spot for a video is about 5 minutes.
Okay.
So I mean, like if they go over a few seconds, I've never seen a judge be like, well, -5 points, you went over 3 seconds. They're not that harsh. They'd rather see them take their time and explain it. But I mean, you can't drone on and on forever.
Yeah.
Because we do put these videos on our website. They're on their YouTube, and we know that people start not paying attention after about 2.5 minutes.
Typical. We even know that in advertising and as far as business goes and social media. So don't rush to get it all in is the theme of this chat.
Absolutely.
You know, make good use of your 5 minutes, but don't try to squish 10 minutes into 5 minutes.
Exactly, or like speed it up, you know, speed up the speed at which you're doing something rather than the rate at which you're talking, or use your description a little bit more to tell your story rather than relying on you telling it fully on camera. I think there's a lot of cool tips and tricks, but you don't know until you go through the motions. Until you do it.
You know gosh, I had to self-teach myself editing, and that bunny rabbit button. You know, like you can speed it up or you can slow it down with the turtle. Yeah. So use the bunny rabbit button during filing and stuff like that. That really isn't technical.
Exactly.
And,
or
then,
like prepping.
And then use the slow down button for the detail part.
Exactly. Be choosy. Yeah.
So then we have Sammi. The judges loved your strong sense of color and that you chose such an unusual but true point of reference. The objects that pop out of your design really give it that extra wow factor. Go tighter on the zoom in your video and watch the audio. So see, it's the same thing. It comes down to all the facets of the submissions, the nails, the tutorial, the video.
Exactly. Everything has to work together. And I know we get people who get really passionate and really upset if someone doesn't win. And I have to remind them, like, it's not just about the best nails. If it were just about the best nails, it'd be a different competition. Yeah. But it's all those things, like you're saying, taken into account and added together. So it's not just as easy as like, look at all those nails, that's the best one, clearly. It's not that simple.
There's a whole lot more. Exactly. I find this too in fantasy competitions, like with Nail Olympia. We, you know, judge from the top of their head to the tip of their toes.
Oh my God.
You can't there's a costuming that goes with your theme and it all has to go together. Yeah. So I feel like, you know, forgetting all of that part, you can't just focus on the nails, you have to do the other parts and do them all well. Right. So this is a good lesson.
It is. Lesson learned.
And like always hate this part of the recap show.
Let's just skip this page.
I know. It's the not loser. I call it the not loser because I still haven't come up with a better word for it. I am not calling anybody a loser because if you made it,
loser.
Yeah, if you made it to the top 12, you're already a winner in my book. And so, and I hate the word loser, and I'm never gonna take a moment and come up with some. So the not loser this week, unfortunately, the tech who is packing up her paintbrushes this week is Trish Johnson. So sorry. Yeah, it breaks my heart. We always have to have someone.
I know, and you know, everybody is so good. Like, it's not like we're saying so-and-so did bad nails. That's never what is being said. I mean, we just read the comment, right? The comment alone about her nails in particular was the video. So it's coming down to like tiny little things like that. Tiny little extras. It is nothing to do with someone not being capable. I know Trish has the potential. I know she's one of the best of the best out there. Trish, if you're watching, you know, Jan always comments on she's the most professional. Yeah. And she is.
I think too, as we're getting down in this competition, this is episode 6. So we're getting down. It's got to be hard for the judges. The competition is getting tighter and tighter, and everybody is so talented. It has to be tough to make these decisions.
It is so hard. And like I said, it is so personal. And if I could rig the competition, I would, but then there'd be it would just be 12.
Yeah. Congratulations, you're all winners.
It's over.
So it's with a heavy heart that the NTNA and Kupa family asked Trish to pack up her paintbrushes, and we can't think of a more professional and enthusiastic nail artist. But not going to be the last time we see her, because she's going to move on to CND's Last Chance Design Lab, where she'll have one chance to stay in the competition.
Absolutely.
So those of you, if you're just tuning in for the first time, you know, each week when someone is the not loser, they get to still compete against the not loser in the design lab. And we're not announcing who that is quite yet because we were down to 2 last week and it hasn't been announced. It's later in my book.
Okay.
So we'll see Trish in the Next Chance Design Lab.
Yep, we sure will.
Yeah. So, as you recall, you want to give this week's challenge that we're going to look at right now.
Exactly. So the current week's challenge is sponsored by Orly, and it's called Pastel City. So in honor of Orly's spring collection, Pastel City, we're asking contestants to create a street art inspired set of nails with a pastel palette only. So art must be completed on 10 actual nails. So they could use tips as well, but at the end of the day, the nails had to be shown on a model. That was the point. Using lacquer and gel polish only, and they needed to do a step-by-step nail art gallery tutorial. So let's think about this. No black, because it's pastels.
And it's so prevalent in street art.
Yep. And gel polish and lacquer only.
Even harder, because those are can be thick mediums. You can thin them out.
Yeah.
There's tricks that you can do to thin them out.
And then pastels only. And pastels
are soft.
They're not always my favorite.
Yeah.
So like
hard to get contrast of designs when you have all really light colors. It's a tough one.
Hard to see.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, Jan, actually, my buddy Jan, what would she call it? I'll think of it later. It's the rain thing. Jan suggested that I visit, on a trip to Miami recently, this section in downtown Miami that has this amazing street art. You just walk around the whole area and it's nothing but street art. So in my mind, I have very fresh street art in my head, along with the fact that I'm a Banksy fan. I love his street art.
That's a good artist, yeah.
My job here is not to be judged.
Nope.
So
not yet.
I'm not yet. Not until my week.
In a couple weeks.
In my week, y'all gonna get it. But in going through these, I'm gonna say I had a lot of unmet expectations. Meaning I have an expectation of what I expect out of street art because I know it, I see it. But there's also, we have USA, we have other foreign countries in this competition. So I wonder if in other countries and I'm gonna say no, because I've been to foreign countries and I've seen their street art too. So just Elaine's comment to all my little beloved NTNA competitors is, this is gonna be a hard one, I think, for the judges. Yeah. Because to me, the street art style was missing. Quite a bit. Okay. So that's it. I'm not going to get judgy. Our first one, Ashton. Yep. And I have my Snoopy Snoop, because I snooped their Facebook.
Right.
Brachius. How adorable is the new puppy.
So cute.
She was supposed to pick him up on the 14th and ended up getting him the day before. They drove 25 hours to pick up this lovable little fur ball.
Yeah.
25 hours.
He's
that's
worth
commitment.
It. He looks worth it. Yeah.
He's adorable. And you know what? As a dog lover, I'm really happy they didn't fly him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, unless he's sitting in the plane with someone.
Class.
I wouldn't even dare put a little baby in the belly of the plane. But I applaud you for driving 25 hours to pick him up.
So cute.
So Ashton's design. You want to do this, or you want me to do this? We're reading the descriptions this time, and we have the picture for the viewers to see. But now that we have a little more time in the show, because we don't have as many people, we really want you to hear from the competitors themselves.
Sure.
The design in their own words.
Why don't you read it? Because I think you like...
Yeah, I have a special on this one.
I think you're a fan, yeah.
I am a little bit. So, this is Ashton's own words. When I hear the term street art, I instantly think of stencil art and graffiti tags. I decided to combine these concepts with my favorite artist, Salvador Dali. That's where we have a little kismet, you and me, Ashton. Yeah. If he were a street artist, what would his work look like? In this challenge, we were only allowed to use pastel colors, which worked out well for me because Dali's palettes are generally in the pastel range. He is well known for his melting clock paintings and use of butterflies, so I incorporated these elements into my nail design. I tagged 2 of the nails, one with his name and one with Orly, our sponsor this week. I then added stencil-like 3D elements and hand-painted clock gears, his portrait and butterflies to tie in the graffiti elements. I also added spatter painting and a brick wall pattern. So, love Salvador Dali.
Yeah, I heard you did.
And I love pink.
Well then, too bad you're not a judge.
Very cool. I know. I think this set's beautiful. I love it. It's really pretty. I like that she took something that wasn't street art.
Right.
Salvador Dali is not a street artist.
Yeah.
He's surrealist.
Yeah, exactly.
So she's mixing surreal in with her street art.
Right.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, kind of making her own twist on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what people are saying. I haven't really been paying attention to everybody.
I was looking. I feel like there's a lot of support out there for the contestants. Deb says, congratulations to all entering the art contest. It's so awesome to see. You know, someone else was saying it's hard to judge. Everyone's a winner. I completely agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Someone was showing their support for Trish. Trish actually got so much support last week. We actually got some angry comments on our Facebook page because she was eliminated. I know, but I mean, I think that shows that people really care.
They're passionate.
Exactly, and these women really do have fans. Like, they really do become celebrated artists in the community, and a big part of that is thanks to this recap show.
I kind of hope that my Snoopy Snoops and Facebook is giving them a personal element.
Exactly.
That was my goal when we added it to the shows. I wanted everybody to get to know these competitors more than just their nails.
Right, exactly.
Because they're more than just that. There's some dog lovers in there too. I like that. There's some people saying they were happy.
Nice work, but the dog.
Yeah, with the dog. So cute. That little fur ball.
I know.
We should have him on as a guest.
Maybe.
All right. Maybe. So Dana likes to share food sometimes, and every time I go Snoopy Snoop, I get really hungry when I go to Dana's page. I just thought this picture was cute because I don't know if you could see it on your little devices if you're watching on the phone, but the chips are beet chips, and they were heart shaped.
She eats so healthy.
Yeah, it was right near Valentine's Day, and her chips were heart shaped. So I thought it was really cute. Of course
they are.
This is the sandwich though, okay? I'm gonna make y'all hungry now. Whole grain bread, cucumbers, spinach, red onions, little brown deli mustard, red wine vinegar, and some beet chips. And then she says she snuck some olives in there too, like she's cheating. Like she threw peanut butter and jelly on there.
Dana.
Yeah, shame on you and your olives. Yeah.
I love olives.
So why don't you take hers?
Okay, so Dana's is this very cool sculpted brick, sort of glossy design. Street art is a form of human expression. Art is beautiful, and so are pastel shades. So I thought that creating a beautiful set of street art nails in Orly's new collection, Pastel City, was a great idea. While sometimes bad street art can ruin a very nice downtown building, making all the neighborhoods seem run down and uninviting, there are places that have been beautified by amazing works of art in so many cities of the world. And that is so true.
I agree.
I feel like the wall art is becoming so big now, especially with like social media and people Instagramming against them.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a really on-point observation. The buildings have been used as a canvas for amazing reasons. Maybe it's to be political, maybe it's to raise awareness, or maybe it's because art is beauty. To me, all art is beauty, not a crime. I extend my nail tips in a brick pattern to give it more of an edge, and I stuck with beautiful images cascading across the nails in pastel. Pastel street art is hard to come by, although I did find a few images that match the theme. I took most of my inspiration from street art that was created around nature and beauty. Yeah, and so we can see she almost has like, it looks like little pops of like 3D touches on the flowers and on kind of the faces that she did on the nails. And her tutorial kind of explains how she made that.
Phyllis Carlson in the group says, love how the bricks look like puzzle pieces that will fit together.
Right, I thought they
in
looked
the nails.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
That's what I thought of too, Tetris.
Yeah.
I used to love that game. Yeah, I love, and the comments are beautiful. Everybody is saying beautiful. And there were lots of hearts flying.
Good.
As I was looking at the chat for that. Yeah, very pretty. I like her use of the blues, and I thought that notching out the tips to look like the actual street walls was a good idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So our next one, Haley Fortenberry. Haley always shares memes and nails on her Facebook page. She just, that's her thing.
This one's making me laugh already.
This one I had to screenshot because these new memes are coming out as like videos now. But this one cracked me up. And the, cat in the bath, and it says, when you're enjoying a relaxing bath and you hear a noise downstairs. Who hasn't done that a million times? I thought it was cute. So yeah, love your memes, Haley.
I hope you're taking relaxing baths. I hope they all are every week after these challenges.
They need
it.
Yeah. They really need it.
With the wine.
This is gonna be a long read. I'm not gonna lie.
You don't have to.
I don't have to read it all. I'll try to skim a little bit.
Yeah.
So when Nails Magazine and Orly asked the top 8 to create a set of street art inspired nails with a pastel only palette, I thought of all the pastel street works I've come across. The first artist that sparked a light bulb was Paper Frank, an Atlanta-based artist who creates beautiful, vibrant works of art, who happens to dabble in the sweet palette of pastels. I didn't even know about this guy.
Perfect. She found the right point of
Way
inspiration.
to go. That's awesome. So she obviously has some history with street art. She knows these artists. Says to me that what's intriguing about him is that although he's colorblind, he's able to render seamless works of a touch of feminism while maintaining his manly charm in his style. That part stole my heart. He frequently incorporates massive amounts of flowers, sometimes with viciously adorable teeth, tigers, and various characters and animals. Whether it be street art, fine art, or skin art, he masterfully blends colors and concepts that have the power to attract crowds. She decided to keep a base of the nails solid, milky pastel, dripping spray paint. As for animals, she chose to honor his tigers, which inspired her to depict her brindle pit bull, My Little Tiger. So that's cool. She brought her own personal touch in for her dog. And then, of course, she lists what she had to do. She's got me curious now. I'm not going to lie. When we're done this show, I'm going to go look up Paper Frank because I'm curious. I want to see what his style looks like.
Yeah, what I like about this set is I think when you hear pastel, you don't think of anything that could be provocative or like you just think it's very sweet. But I like how these nails have that bite to them, right? Like the flowers have the teeth. It's a tiger, you know, these are things you wouldn't typically think of when you think of that palette. Yeah. And then the thumbs are spray cans, which are so cool.
Okay,
good
see? In this shot, I totally didn't catch that.
You can't see it in this one shot, but yeah, in her tutorial, she kind of explains a little bit. But yeah, it's really, really cute. Yeah.
The teeth flowers remind me of Plants vs. Zombies.
Oh, yeah, Venus Flytrap.
Yeah, those little video games.
Yeah.
Hemi always gives me good Snoopy Snoops.
Oh
I love
Hemi.
Everything. She's so funny. She's just a comedy of the day.
I'm just seeing this for the first time.
Yeah,
so I'm like laughing. Okay.
What the actual meow was the comment with it. But
I'm stealing this.
It's so cute. I totally want to make this like a screensaver just so I can laugh at it every day.
It's my new signature to my
know. She's adorable. I know Hemi in person. Like we are friends.
Yeah.
And totally hysterical. And the first time I met her, I didn't know that existed. She's, I thought, oh, she's just a quiet. No, she's not. She's hysterical. She's a lot of fun. You want to invite her to a party. If you're having a party, you must invite her. Yeah, she should be at a party because she's fun.
Lisa says Hemi is my spirit animal.
Oh, I love it. Hemi is in the room too, so good. Love you, Hemi.
And she's not driving. I guess she was driving first, and then Richard told her to be careful. And
she was stuck in traffic, but but she's been watching. Oh, yeah, she's adorable.
Well, we're glad you're safe, Hemi.
Yeah, stay safe, please, people. Don't text and drive, or don't watch and drive.
Don't watch us and drive. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to go over her?
Sure. So Hemi took inspiration from her Korean roots this week when thinking of her challenge. Her favorite area in Seoul is called, this is why you gave this to me.
Oh, I didn't, but yeah.
Not going to pronounce it.
That G and N,
Jongno
would sound right.
Apologies. And it's where the royal palaces are located, along with many traditional buildings and fixtures, alongside modern buildings and high-rises. I always loved how traditional buildings in the urban city coexist while keeping its timeless beauty. And the ancient and venerable buildings of Seoul are what makes the streets of Seoul unique and special. I was particularly inspired by Hanek, which means traditional Korean building in general. And while there are many different forms of buildings, I wanted to focus on what makes these buildings artistic. The roofs are generally curved because the Korean ancestors emphasized harmony within nature, and the undersides of the buildings of temples or palaces are uniquely painted with bright colors. And each end of the cross beams are decorated as well as the end of the shingles. So basically, her nails kind of mimic that palette and that pattern from these buildings. So, I mean, it's just really cool.
So she's taking on Korean street art, which would be different than what you would expect out of American.
Right. And on these nails, you'll see there's like a mix of 3D, and then there's like the 3D petals, and there's like the flat blended pastel petal like effect.
It's almost like that cutout artwork where you layer the pieces of the paper and do it. You can totally get. She said you pronounced it right, by the way. She confirmed in chat you got it.
Look at that. Yeah.
I've been to Seoul, and it is an incredibly beautiful city. If you've never been, put it on your bucket list.
I mean,
South Korea is gorgeous.
These nails make me want to go.
Yeah.
I mean, like that. The buildings must be.
The
unreal.
people are so nice too.
Cool.
I really loved it.
So really, really personal story, and the nails are just beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a cute one. Jenna Jupin in my Snoopy Snoop posted this picture.
I saw this picture.
Yeah.
I saw it like in real
time.
time.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
You know, you got to stop on it when you see that, the food and the wine. But I thought what I thought was cute.
My interest.
Yeah. For me, what made it even cuter was the conversation within the picture chat that I stole. And Trish wrote, "Wish I was there." And then Jenna wrote back, "You're always very welcome to join. You're one of the only ones I know that can sit and nail nerd all night."
Meet up in Denmark.
Nail nerding in Denmark.
Yeah, let's do it.
I love it. I thought it was cute. I love that they're competing, but everybody is just so cute with each other.
I
love it.
It's refreshing. Yeah.
So Jenna's inspiration, she says, "I wanted to create a wearable design for a trendy street girl this week. Street art reminds me of my very first boyfriend back in high school." This can get good. He was a skater and painted graffiti. He and his best friend had nicknames and their own tags, which they illegally wrote everywhere they could get away with. He always had pastel-colored Posca markers and a spray can in the back pocket of his baggy trousers. That's why I used 4 nails on the right hand as a wall for me to throw my tags on and vandalize. Continue on graffiti that was already there. On the left hand, you're seeing me and him whisper to each other and his friend thinking, "Oh, really?" He died at a very young age before he turned 30. Oh, I try not to read these because I don't want to know what the art is about. Like, I want to see the art without being tainted by what's in them. And while I put these together in production, I really want true surprise reaction on the program. And so, oh my God, it's so tragic.
Yeah. And then I kind of like how she used the skulls in there to kind of like show that, to kind of balance out that with like that grit of the story she has.
And she says in the thumbs, and she says that, made a flamingo skull on the thumbs in honor of him. So that, I love it when they're able to take something personal and put it in. Like Sammi had her husband in hers.
Yeah, last week.
Yeah.
Or the week before.
Yeah. So I like how in Hemi with Korea, she's from Korea.
Yeah.
So I like that you're all taking a piece of yourselves and putting them into your stories and your art. I think that's incredible.
On the chat, people love nail nerding. People are like, nail nerding. Like, let's do that.
Oh, seriously.
Like, I would do it. I think that's a good.
Yeah. You want to be successful, you got to be a nerd.
Yeah, and I like that new verb we just came up with. Nail
nerding.
It's
not new, honey.
Not nerd.
Are you kidding me? I've been, the verb is, you're right.
Yeah.
Nail nerding. I have not ever heard, but oh my God, nail nerd. Like getting together in a hotel.
Yeah.
I have so many friends all over the world where we would just meet somewhere in between and go do something together and like nail nerd in the hotel.
But see now
and you're on vacation and you're doing nails in your hotel room.
Yeah. Tiffany says there needs to be more nail nerding in the world.
I agree.
Yes, Tiffany.
Yeah.
You're right.
It makes love. Everybody's love. So
speaking of nail nerding.
Yeah, Kostadina. So I need Kostadina Tsihlas to give us a little info on this. I don't know if she's in the chat today.
I saw these this week.
So in America, like Halloween is October. So when I read this, and keeping in mind she's from Greece, and so sometimes I have to Google Translate, and I don't always know if Google's getting it right. So Carnival came up in this. So I guess in Greece they do, fun makeup and Carnival. And it was recent. This isn't a memory. This was something she posted recently. So yeah, that's her and her friends all dressed up for Greece version of Carnival.
Got it.
It's very dark and
it makes so much sense now.
Creepy.
All these pictures. I know.
Very dark and creepy.
I know.
So her nails this week. It's my turn, right? Yeah.
Go for it.
So Kostadina says, no, it's not my turn. It's your turn.
Okay.
I'm totally jumping
okay.
on you.
I'll allow it.
No, yeah, you do it. I don't want to do it.
So Kostadina says street artists usually deliver a message with their art, and she wanted to do the same. So she sculpted out her nails to make them look like dripping paint, which is why on the side you kind of see them dipping down, and she was able to etch some letters in them. So one hand says hope and the other says life. I created different designs on the nails with pastel colors. On the two thumbs, I painted a cat and a tiger.
Another tiger.
Another tiger, right? I was
like last week we had a lot of ocean.
Yeah.
And this week, tiger. Are you
ocean,
all chat? You guys, I'm sure
bears.
You're not talking.
Oh
it's just their minds are all in the same.
In sync, yeah. And this is her message, is to be strong and have hope in life. A cat acts like a tiger when she is in danger, so she brings out her strong side against her fears. And then she used only lacquer to complete this set.
I like the message.
Cool. Yeah. It's like a little hidden message, because from the top you don't see that.
Let's all be tigers.
Let's be nail nerds.
Oh, Hazel Dixon. It's the first comment I looked at when I looked down saying, hey, Lane, hope you're well, my lovely. I hope to see you in London. Kupa, we're going to be in London this weekend. I'm taking off tomorrow for London for the Pro Beauty show. And I'm hoping I'm going to see, actually talking to Trish. Is it? No.
Katie.
Katie, sorry.
Yeah, Katie.
In my head, I actually went, who is the teacup? It's Katie.
Who is the teacup?
Katie is forever going to be my little teacup in my brain. No, yeah, Katie already reached out to me. We might see each other. I'll totally get a picture of us. Maybe you guys will see it on next week's recap show.
Something.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That'd be cute.
But yeah, I'm hoping to see all my UK friends. I only see Hazel at the competition, so it'll be nice to see her not busy and working and nervous. But yeah, everybody's got the usual beautiful comments.
Kelsey
Love the
says,
shape.
Every cat is a tiger inside. Yes.
Yeah, they don't know they're just a kitty.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right.
Sammi. Okay, before the picture goes up, before Tom shares my Snoopy Snoop, if you have children in the room, cover their eyes. This is a little bit vulgar, I'm not gonna lie, but I couldn't edit it and take away the humor in this picture.
Okay.
To me, if you're a parent and you have teenage daughters, I don't even think you have to be, you just have to be a woman who used to be a teenage daughter. This is the best picture ever. Okay, this is, and the comment. Oh no, this was, okay, so here's Sammi flipping off her daughter, who looks like she's just so happy, and her taking her cute little selfie of herself in the mirror, and then, you know, Sammi in the background.
And there are all these little like filters.
Yeah.
There's like little snowflakes.
But a funny comment in the chat from Michael Francis Devoy, who is clearly a friend of hers. Sammi, did you file your fingers down too much? You missed the middle one. Is just funny.
Yeah.
Like,
so good.
So that was my this set to me, without even reading it, because I haven't read it yet. I immediately saw Reggie, her naked cat. Yeah, her naked cat. And, also, she has her inspiration pictures on her site, and so I did see those and didn't realize that the cat was part of the inspiration because I saw the artwork and then saw Reggie in the nails, and I thought that was cute. Again, she's working her personal life into her art.
And another cat.
I know, her cat. I know, and we've got tigers and cats already. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all must be telling each other what you're doing.
Yeah.
So Sammi says, as I researched street and urban art, I came across many different artists and styles of art. I was drawn to colorful abstract art which depicted people expressing emotions, as well as lots of animal references. This inspired me to use Reggie, my Sphinx cat and sidekick, as my muse for this week's challenge. Reggie is my company CEO.
Wow, I want to work there.
Logo and my co-pilot on driving trips around Canada. Reggie thinks he's a dog.
Well, Reggie's a superstar.
Reggie's a dog.
Yeah.
I know, we need to see him at a beauty show.
Reggie could come on
if he's part of the company, he should. I decided to create a design that would be colorful but not obvious when the hands were separated. Everything that Reggie does is on his own terms, so I wanted to translate that on the nails by giving the wearer of the manicure control over whether she reveals the full design or not. Using an app on my tablet, she edited the picture. She had taken a Reggie into geometric image using my favorite geometric shapes, triangles.
Yeah.
So personal again.
Yeah, and it's really cool because I love how she wanted to do like a hidden art concept.
Yeah.
And that is what she achieved here.
She says not being able to use black was very challenging, and I agree.
Yeah.
So she had to think way outside the box.
Yeah.
So I think she did a great job.
Yeah, totally. And that's such a unique concept that I feel like we haven't seen a lot of that yet.
I can totally see now reading that if these hands came apart and the fingers were separated, it just looks like a geometric design.
Right, just like, oh, cool abstract nails. Yeah.
Very good. I hope you did a really good video too. Because, you know, have it all together, because then it would be a complete package. Got to do the video, got to do the tutorial, and have great art.
I know.
This is real. We're getting down to the final fews here,
people.
So Valerie. My Snoopy Snoop on Valerie this week is her sharing, it's an advert for her teaching, because she teaches on the side.
Yes.
But I just chose it because I thought, how beautiful is she in this promo?
I know.
Who can wear hair color like that
hair,
and pull it off magnificently like she can?
It's not fair.
And it's such a, now it's like a logo for her. Her hair color.
It's a statement.
Yeah, you can't change it now. It's like Jennifer Grey on Dirty Dancing. She shouldn't have got the nose job. You can never change your hair color.
Right. No,
this is so you, and everybody will know you.
Yeah. So Valerie was ambitious this week.
This is a lot of work.
Yeah.
This is a lot of work.
Exactly. In a week. Yeah. So she says street art for me is a way to get a message across, to defend a cause, to express an idea. And so she really wanted to kind of talk about the cause of environmentalism. And that was inspired by Orly's products because they're all about health and being vitamin enriched, et cetera, et cetera. So I created my nails with the theme of safeguarding nature because in the 21st century, the protection of the environment has become a major issue.
Yes.
Here is my message. Let's protect our planet one step at a time. Let's all do our part. Nothing is more precious than the land and the water. And so again, a lot of water.
I know,
right?
Now they're underwater.
Week to week.
We keep getting this ocean thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna add one thing though, air too.
Land,
water, and air.
And
I agree. I love this.
Yeah.
Jennifer Nail Nana Worth. Jennifer, yeah, competitor. She's the competitor. Is in the chat, and she commented a nice comment on Sammi, saying Sammi always does great videos and tutorials, and I love, you know, that Jennifer's out, but she's still sticking around because she's not a loser.
No, and she's still part of the family.
And Richard does love Valerie's hair, which is so funny.
Sammi also said that Reggie's watching this with her.
Oh, Reggie is hilarious. Everybody
Reggie
say hi to Reggie.
Himself on TV.
Yeah, these nails though.
Yeah, these are crazy. And then I feel like a lot of the competitors, now that we've seen all of them, a lot of them wrote Orly on it, which is kind of funny because I think Kostadina for the last few weeks was the only one like branding all of them, and now I feel like this week everybody kind of wrote Orly, which is funny.
I'm gonna say it's a good way to the brand, you know, like
totally.
Hey brand, love me.
Hey,
I
Jeff
put your
Pink.
name on it.
Hey, Jeff Pink.
Notice me, Jeff.
Hi, Mr. Pink.
Yeah, notice me. I used your pink.
Yeah.
So that's it for our submissions because we got to
only 8.
The V for Valerie.
Exactly.
So, which brings us to the Design Lab. We got to announce who last week's winner was. Who was she? Oh, it was against
Katie.
It was Katie. Yes. I forgot already. Listen, I keep blocking out people losing. It's upsetting me.
No. We always
I don't want to see anybody go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so between Katie and Lisa was the winner.
Cool runnings, man. Jamaican
Seriously,
bobsled
loved
team.
it.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, I loved it.
Fun.
I loved it.
So fun. It was a really fun piece.
I just want to say,
Lisa.
having talked to Lisa and her expressing how stressful doing the competition was, like when she was in the regular group, but this girl is now having to treat each week like it could be her last and battle it out.
Right, and so now she has 2 wins under her belt. And it's kind of funny because if when I think back to NTNA history and to the Last Chance Design Lab, we saw a year where Victoria Zigarelli was eliminated early on and then won almost up until the end.
Oh my goodness.
I think Winnie beat her out.
Yeah, you're not out
so
until you're out.
Yeah, so I mean, It's kind of nice though, because instead of creating 10 sets or 5 sets every week, you're just doing 1 nail.
I know.
And you can still get really far.
You could too. 7. Well, they don't get 7 days though. They only get 2 days. So you got to get 2 days into 1 nail.
This week, because we had a holiday, everybody got an extra day though. I did forget to mention that. So everybody turning in the pastels and everybody turning in the last chance got 1 extra day. But
that was good.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for the holiday.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
So, battling it out this week then is Lisa versus Trish.
Yeah, and this is really hard because they were saying on social media they're like nail besties. They're like nail sisters.
Nail BFFs.
So I can't imagine, and it's really sweet because on everything they post, like, I love you, Trish, or like, I love you, Lisa. And like, it is so hard. And since we're on the air, if you want me to give like a little scoop, I heard a rumor that the judge is having a very difficult time this week.
Oh.
Jan's like really having a hard time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't know when we'll know.
Well.
But it's hard.
Well, I can't even imagine. And we're not that far yet, so we're going to show why she's having a hard time in a minute. Not there yet, Tom. Don't skip, Tom. We're going to get there. I still want to do Snoopy Snoop on the people who are there.
Do it.
So I did. And Lisa never fails to entertain.
To give you a good picture.
She always does. I love her. So when your friend finds a Snickers bar with your name on it, thanks, Chelsea, LOL at cray cray. Yeah, and look at her face.
It's so cute.
I love the funny, humorous ones. And then Trish Johnson's picture from her Facebook, it was a share of a memory, and this is with Nails Magazine. And I remember this mural contest that she won.
Yes.
And I totally remember this M&M picture. And I remember even going, that was genius how she moved her tips.
Totally.
To do the, devil horns, the rocker devil horns. So when I came across that, I thought, oh my gosh, I totally remember that. I'm going to use it.
Yeah, I love this mural. We've talked about it on the show before. And I mean, I think, an important thing to remember is just because you got eliminated from 1 week of NTNA, NTNA is not the only nail competition, right?
No.
There's a ton of ways you can compete.
Yeah.
And she's already a winner. She's a champion of the Nails Mural Contest. I mean, who knows what else Trish is going to go do.
So many competitions.
Exactly.
Now. Definitely. Yeah, I love it. So you want to give the theme of this week's Design Lab?
Sure.
It's always kind of a bump off.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of a little bit based on the Heartbreaker Challenge. So we kind of went the reverse and said this week we want to see a love note. Yeah. So this is on a single nail tip, we want to see a handwritten love note. So hand painting. So really testing the hand painting skills.
Very hard.
And kind of going back to the lovey-doveyness since we went away from it.
Really hard.
With the Heartbreaker last week. Yeah.
Wow. What was the medium? Were they allowed, they were using paint?
Any mediums, we wanted to see hand painting only.
Okay, so they could use paint. Because I was going to say, boy, getting fine line lettering with a polish or a gel is really tough. Yeah. It's really, just getting fine line lettering with some sort of penmanship with a brush is hard.
Right, lettering is
on
hard.
A curved object.
Exactly, lettering is difficult.
Yeah. Do you want to take Lisa? I'll take Trish.
So Lisa, Cray Cray went for Shakespeare, which I thought was kind of like, for me, Lisa, and I'll talk to Lisa because she's watching.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of funny that Lisa went for Shakespeare. I was like not expecting that. So she already threw me off, but I, being a literature person, love Shakespeare. So I mean, good choice. I had to keep this short and sweet for obvious reasons. Yeah,
there's only so much nail.
Exactly. But I love this quote from Shakespeare, and I wanted to do more research on where it came from. So the controversy here is it may not be an actual Shakespeare quote. It could also be from Arrigo Boito, an Italian poet and librettist. It is said to be from his libretto for the 1893 opera Falstaff. Interesting as it is, and wherever this quote was actually conceived, I still love its innocence and pure form of the state of attraction that love guides you in. So I chose to write my letter on what appears to be an aged parchment background with some classic stationery signed by Will, with a heart stamp at the bottom to seal the letter. And I love that seal.
Cool details.
Yeah, that seal looks like a real wax seal.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it 3D?
Well, I can't, I'm blind. So
I know I can't, and I've seriously
Lisa
like
can
this is
tell
what
us.
she's looking at.
Yeah,
a little picture I've included in our notes
but
here.
it looks the effect on it.
I
looks
love
like
wax
a wax seal.
stamps. Somebody needs to bring those back.
Yeah,
I want handwritten like letters, and I want to go back to wax sealing. They're so cool.
Phyllis said one of them said they thought the love letters should have been to each other. Oh my God, that would have been a great idea.
Oh, that would have been great because they're besties.
That's a really good idea. Phyllis, you can think of all the challenges.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe Phyllis should just call up Nails and start giving ideas. That was a really great idea. That would have been so cute.
Good job,
I think, though, that the two of them would have had a hard time keeping it short enough to be on a nail.
That's true, though. I think that would have been hard. Definite challenge, for sure.
I think Trish was really creative in that she did her love note as a like it looks like a post.
It's a post-it
note.
It's
a post-it note.
Yeah.
And without even I haven't read it yet. That's my impression. So she got the message across. She goes, one of the kindest, most loving and thoughtful actions to receive from a special someone is a handwritten love note. When CND and Nails magazine asked us to create a handwritten love note on one nail tip, I knew exactly where to begin, with a post-it note.
Perfect.
When my husband and I were first dating, I would constantly leave him love notes all over. I created this one out of CND sun-bleached shellac on palette paper, then hand-wrote my love message for you all at NTNA in CND's indigo frock shellac. I sculpted the extreme nail tip out of acrylic in a doily pattern and hand-painted it with CND shellac, mercurial, cream puff, black pool, ruby reds, then attach my personalized love note in hopes that you will all see where my passion and heart lies.
We love you.
That's
we love
cute.
you, Trish, and Lisa. We love you guys.
Give you a heart.
I know, totally. So beautiful, and I love the post-it note. I love, and Lindsay's saying in the chat, these nails actually kind of go together. She's like, I do one as like in a set. I do one as an accent nail. And I kind of agree. I like how Lisa did like the parchment and the old history, and then Trish did like the post-it note.
The modern.
Yeah, which
one
is so
did
cute.
Modern, one did.
I think it was so cool.
I thought it was clever, and they were so different. Like those could easily have been very similar submissions.
Exactly.
You know, because you only have so much space to work on and all this stuff to do. So every week, Nails Magazine and Beth give us what we like to call it Kupa, the super scoop.
Yes.
So the super scoop is that only the competitors right now know what they're working on, and it hasn't been public yet, and we like to announce it here on our recap show. Right. So would you like to do the honors?
Sure. So next week's challenge is sponsored by Bio Seaweed Gel, and it is called 2 Negatives Make a Positive. So next week's challenge, inspired by Bio Seaweed Gel's Unity all-in-one gel polish, the industry's original one-step gel polish. Bio Seaweed Gel wants to see an airy design with lots of room to breathe.
Whoa.
So create a negative space nail design on 2 hands using any mediums, but only using Unity's built-in base, color, top, and nail strengtheners for color.
Wow.
Gel extensions can be created by sculpting or over artificial tips with Bio Seaweed Gel sculpting gel only. And then a video diary. So I'm actually really excited because in all the years I've done NTNA, I've been trying to get us to do a negative space challenge because I love negative space nail art.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah, and we saw like Sammi this week did one, Ashton did one a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. We're gonna see like an actual negative space challenge.
It's gonna be a tough one.
It's gonna be tough.
Because they're all having to do the same, but you don't want to be similar.
Right, and since they can only use a certain coloring, like they can only use what Bio Seaweed sent them. Yeah, they're limited in terms of color.
That's gonna be a tough one, and I can't wait to see what they submit.
I can't either.
And it's gonna be very last minute for me.
I know.
Yeah, I am going to London, but I will not miss our recap show.
Thank you,
so
Elaine.
I'm going to literally land Tuesday night and be here Wednesday morning for a recap show, but I still have to do the production.
Yeah.
So my 10-hour flight from London to LAX
all NTNA.
with everybody pray for me Wi-Fi on the airplane, we'll be preparing all of this all at once. So yeah, so I can't wait to see what everybody does. We have a winner to announce.
Yes.
And I have it here because Rachel always texts it to me. And today's winner of the Cooper Brush Kit is Kayla Hernandez. Kayla Hernandez, congratulations. Thank you so much for signing up for liking our pages, and for staying in the chat in order to win this lovely prize. For the rest of you, as always, you get your 25% off when you use promo code NailsMag at CuperInc.com until Friday at midnight. Again, no classes or workbooks, parts and services. Also, if you love these shows weekly, visit our Kupa page and the Nails page and like our pages.
Yeah.
Particularly because we have a really huge event coming up that I should announce, and it's called Camp Kupa. And in April, I think it's the week of the 9th. I know it's like 9, 10, 11, 12, 30. It's a 5-day event.
Wow.
Where you can come for 5 days of classes with Kupa and you walk away with 8 certificates.
That's so cool.
And they're incredible.
Totally.
Yeah, so to hear about this stuff, you have to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter at Kupa Inc. or Instagram at Kupa_TV. And Beth, how do they follow Nails?
I was afraid you were going to ask me that. No, I'm like, I need
Put
my
you
own
on the
group.
spot.
Okay.
I know she needs a thing like I do.
Well, of course, you're on our Facebook, but also on Instagram, Nails Magazine, Twitter, Nails Mag, nailsmag.com, #Nails Magazine to see what we're doing. Yeah, I can never remember if it's Nails Mag or Nails Magazine. But I know on Instagram it's Nails Magazine. I believe Facebook and Twitter, Nails Mag.
Last week I skated over all this because I can't, as many times as I've said it, I can't memorize it for some reason. I can do everything else. Just can't memorize
If you're on our you're all on our Facebook page now, so I mean,
too many of them.
You're included.
Yeah, there's too many of them now.
For sure.
As always, I really thank you, Beth, for joining us and coming into Kupa.
Thanks for making this happen with all your traveling.
And of course, thanks to Nails Magazine for creating, supporting, and having such an incredible competition. And as always, we like to thank you, the viewers, for tuning in every week.
Thanks, everyone.
And we will see you next Wednesday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Correct.
For episode 7 of the NTNA recap show. So we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.